Hi, my name is Debbie Hoffman, and I'm going to explain Medicare to you like you're 5 in under 5. So get your track shoes on. If you have a piece of paper, that'd be great too. I want you to remember that Medicare has 4 parts, and we're going to add a little half in there too. It's kind of like 4.5 parts, and 3 options. The 4 parts, A, B, C, D, S, is that half of one. And now we're going to discuss each part, and then we're going to put it together for the options. So if you have a piece of paper, you write Part A. Part A is for hospitalization. Now, there is no premium for Part A if you or your spouse has worked over 40 quarters, which is a nice feature. And by the way, to remember these things, we've come up with kind of little ways to visualize them because there's so many different parts and options. So what we came up with is when you have an emergency, you have to go to a hospital. So A is for hospitalization. B is for doctors and outpatient. This might be tests, labs, procedures, doctor visits, things of that nature. Part B does have a premium, and it depends on what your income was 2 years ago before you elect your Medicare. If you make more, you pay more. The way we remember what Part B is for is Mommy and Daddy always wanted you to be a doctor. I know, kind of lame, but that's all we can come up with. Part C is Medicare Advantage plans. We're going to talk about that in the options. And the way we remember what that is, some people C, I know, S-E-E versus C, but play with us. They see the advantages of Medicare Advantage plans. And Part D is for drugs. Thank you for making that easy, powers that be. So now let's put it together. Option 1, put a 1 with a circle around it. A plus B. Now, I said it's an option. I didn't say it was a great option, but it is an option. A and B, think about building a house. That's our floor. That's our foundation. With Medicare, A and B is something like the 80-20 plans we used to have where the insurance company paid 80%, we paid 20%. And it has some deductibles. And we like pros and cons of options. So think about the pro of option 1 is that you have choice. When you have original Medicare, you could go to any provider in the country that accepts Medicare. No questions asked, no referrals needed. That's a good thing. The other pro, I would say, is low cost because all you're doing is paying your Part B premium. The negative, though, is a big one. The negative is you would have no maximum out of pocket with this option. Think about somebody going through chemotherapy or radiation and having to pay 20% of that. Yeah, it can be costly. So it's an option, not a good option. But we're going to take that foundation and we're going to go to option 2. Option 2 is A plus B plus D plus S. With this, you can go again to any doctor you want to go to, any provider, any urgent care, any hospital. You don't have to worry about referrals. And because that's the pro, it's choice, right? So your pro is choice. The negative is there's 2 extra premiums to pay. So you have a supplement premium, and the premium is predicated on whether you want the insurance company with your supplement company to pay for some or all of what Medicare didn't pay. The more they pay, the higher, of course, the premium. And then the other, that is the only one. That's only negative that we can think of is that it has the 2 extra premiums. This, if you want choice, you want to go to anybody, if you ever contracted cancer, for instance, and wanted to go to MD Anderson in Houston, you can with option 1 and option 2. Option 2, to me, is very, very predictable because you don't have to worry. It's on automatic. You can go anywhere you want. You don't need any referrals. Option 3 is Medicare Advantage plans, or Part C. Those in parts of the country are everything from HMOs, PFOs, HMO PPOs, PFFSs, HMO POS, cost plans. There's just a ton of different ones. The most popular are HMOs and a little bit of PPOs. With Medicare Advantage plan, what you're doing is you're basically assigning an insurance company to administer your A and B. So there's another level that you have to jump through to get things done. With HMO, Medicare Advantage plans, you're in a medical group. And so everything that you do will go through that medical group. If you wanted to go outside the medical group, you have to get authorization from the medical group, or you pay 100% on your own. With PPOs, they have an in-network group of doctors and hospitals, so you don't have to get referrals like you would with the HMO. However, it still is an in-network group of doctors and hospitals. May not be your doctor in that particular in-network group. So you definitely want to work with somebody and make sure that your doctors and your chosen hospital are covered under those plans if you choose a Medicare Advantage plan. The pros to Medicare Advantage are, number one, usually they're a lot lower cost than option 2. Sometimes they're 0. The other pro is they offer extra benefits. That's part of the Advantage plan, the advantage of Advantage plans. The extra benefits could be dental, vision, hearing, fitness benefits, transportation, chiropractor and acupuncture, just all kinds of things they can offer you to come aboard to their company. And the negatives are what we talked about a little while ago. If you're in an HMO Medicare Advantage plan, you have to obtain referrals from your primary doctor to go to see a specialist. There's a level of authorization needed that you don't have with option 1 and option 2, and that's really about the only negatives that we can see and we've experienced. So there you have it, A, B, C, D, S, options 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to talk and figure out what's the best plan for you. It may not be what your family member's on, it may not be what your friend is on, because every single one is different. Your meds are different, your doctors are different. So we're going to figure that out with you. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and we'll talk soon.